Hi guys. So I know I'm kind of late today, but let's do to where we can. So I'm gonna start writing from the first principle. The- It's kind of green, but it's looking like the best kind of nice. But the के बैठ गए तुमने बोला ना तो मैंने ये कहा बेटा इसे तो फिर नीचे में ना पापा से करा लो मैं करा पापा करेंगे ना तुम नहा लो हर दिन लेट हो जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू सस्पेंस I just seen so the division of work. According to this principle, the whole work should be divided into smaller works, and these smaller works are job. And this the job should be given to the person who is competent for it, who has the qualification for it, who has the experience for it. Okay, now divide and division of work like to divide into smaller tasks, and these smaller tasks are given to the given to a particular person who so uh, the repetitive performance of these the repetitive that's a good word. The repeated the repeated the repeated repeated performance of these work will lead to an increase in the accuracy, speed, and will lead to specialization, which is the most efficient way of using the human resource. And it can be used in, both in managerial and technical roles. Applies. Second, second, we have authority. Responsibility. Um, authority is so first, authority refers to the right to give orders to the right to give orders to the subordinate, and responsibility is a duty the subordinate is expected to fulfill by the virtue of his position in the organization. Okay. Now there should be a parity. There should be parity between the authority and responsibility. There should be a proper balance. Main to पहले line a proper balance between them. Okay. There should be parity between authority and responsibility to meet requirements on time, and there is no misuse of authority. authority. So, but if responsibility is higher than is more responsibility is more than authority, then the subordinate cannot perform his task or cannot perform his task or duty cannot perform his task or duty. So they can he cannot perform his task or duty, which will lead to delay in work. Hmm. But if authority exceeds a responsibility, then the subordinate can misuse his authority. Mm. Mm. Now, the manager should punish a subordinate who is not obeying his order, but subordinate should have enough opportunity to present his case. Mm. Third, we have discipline. Discipline. Hmm. Discipline refers to obeying rules and regulations of the organization, mm, which will help in the systematic working of the organization. So, according to Fayol, uh, there should be there should be a good supervisor at all levels of organization. He should provide clear and fair, clear, clear and fair, clear and fair agreements, clear and fair agreements regarding rules and duties, penalties. ठीक है? So now unity उसका unity of command. According to this principle, each subordinate should receive should should receive orders and be accountable to one and only uh, one superior. Hmm. So if there is a dual subordination, it will lead to confusion to the subordinate, confusion to the confusion to the subordinate, and conflict between the superiors. Hmm. So to avoid this confusion, conflict, disharmony, and unpleasant situations, unpleasant situations. Um, the unpleasant. I think what's the word? Disharmony. There should be only one loss. No. This principle. Okay. So if this principle is violated, authority is undermined, order disrupted, stability threatened, or equality. And discipline is in jeopardy. Discipline is in jeopardy. Okay. We have another implement. Unity of action. According to this principle, there should be one head and one plan for group of activities, a group of activities only with same objectives. Okay. So, according to Henry Ford, all units, so all units of the all units of the organization should be working towards the same objectives. It will bring unity of action and coordinate same objective through coordinated efforts. There should be unity of action, coordination, and it brings unity of action, coordination, and it removes uh, duplication of efforts. Okay. Okay. In six, subordination of individual interest to general interest. I haven't learned this one, but yeah. This principle, uh, according, uh, according to this principle, uh, the interest, according to this principle, according to the principles, the interest of okay, not this principle. The interest of the organization as a whole should be above the interest of an individual or an employee in an organization. Every individual has a every individual has their own interest and company has its own objectives. This principle, according to this principle, the interest for us, a subordination of individual interest to general interest. According to this principle, the interest of the according to this principle, the interest of the organization as a whole should be above the interest of the organization as a whole. Interest of the organization, interest of the organization as a whole. According to this principle, the interest of the organization as a whole should be of than the interest of an individual or an employer. According to this principle, means every in, according to this, every individual every okay now every individual has every individual company has its own objectives. Okay, this principle demands this principle demands each individual. According to this principle, according to this principle, the interest of the organization as a whole should be above than the interest of an individual or an employer. An employee has an individual has their own interest and the company has its own objective. And this means this principle includes demand. So this principle, this principle, this principle demands an individual to sacrifice its own interest for achieving company's objectives. Achieve company's objectives. According to the principle, the interest of interest of interest of an organization and a whole should be above the interest of the individual, and the individual has their own interest and the company has its own objectives. This principle demands an individual to sacrifice its own interest to achieve the company's objectives. In any case, the individual, in any case, if in a case, the individual interest and companies um, objectives differ, then it is the duty of the management to reconcile them. If they if they're not able to if if they're not able to reconcile them, then uh, the then the general interest of the organization should be above should supersede the interest of an individual. Yeah. What? Remuneration. Okay. Remuneration of employees. Remuneration. इसमें इसमें किस हिसाब से यहाँ पे according to this concept, overall pay and compensation should okay. According to this principle, pay the pay and compensation should be fair to both the employees and the organization. The remuneration should be just and fair to everybody. Employees should be paid fair wages that should be given at least, which should be which should give them at least a reasonable salary, which should be a reasonable amount, which which should give them at least a reasonable standard of living. At the same time, it should be within the paying capacity of the company. It will ensure good relations between the workers and the market. Company has a market. According to this principle, overall pay and compensation should be fair to both the employees and the organization. Employees should be paid just and fair wages, which should give them a reasonable standard of living, and as well as the amount should be within the paying capacity of the organization. This helps in bringing a good relationship between the workers and the management. Self-help and see, not according to this principle. According to this principle, the moral pay and compensation of employee should be fair. The overall pay and compensation to the employee should be fair to both the organization and to both the organization and the employees. Employees should get fair and just wages, which should give them a reasonable standard of living. And at the same time, it should be within the paying capacity of the organization. Centralization and decentralization. Centralization and decentralization. Specifically subset, there should be proper balance between centralization and decentralization. This principle here, so according to this principle, a proper balance होना चाहिए centralization और decentralization. This is जैसे authority and responsibility. Centralization get concentration of decision making authority को कम लोगों के साथ, whereas decentralization is evenly distribute करो authority को at all levels of power. So there a balance, need to balance subordinate involvement, replacing it and manages attention. According to this principle, there should be proper balance between centralization and decentralization in the organization. Too much centralization leads to delay in work, and complete decentralization leads to loss of control of top management. So there should be an optimal balance be maintained according to the needs of the organization. Okay. Centralization refers to the concentration of decision-making authority with few people, whereas decentralization refers to evenly distribution of authority at all levels of management. Generally, large organizations have more decentralization than small organizations. So there should be a proper balance between centralization and decentralization. Centralization refers to concentration of decision-making authority for few people, whereas decentralization refers to evenly distribution of authority at all levels at once. If there is too much centralization, then there is delay of work. Then there is a delay in work. Whereas if there is um, too much decentralization, then there is a lots of control. Of- Lead to loss of control. Loss of control of top level management over the organization. And generally, a larger organization needs it's a decentralization for faster decision making authority, whereas smaller ones need less resources. Okay, can you talk to centralization easily? Yeah. मन नहीं है So according to let me repeat for centralization there should be proper balance between. But this segregation need to be constantly subordinate and environment decentralization of another retention of power and centralization. So, I mean, hello, bit hours. For this person, there should be for current and centralization and decentralization. Now you may ask what is centralization? Centralization is the concentration of power, authority, concentration of power with concentration. The concentration of disease, concentration of disease, it's used with
नहीं खोज रही तो मत खोजो ना फिर लगाओ मुझे।
oil.
ये क्या नाम कर देती हो और ज्यादा साफ भी नहीं होती समझ ही बनाते मेरी।
लगा लो ना सही है। अब कहते एक दिन भी अच्छे से करो तो बताओ। Should we? Centralization refers to the concentration of decision-making authority with few people, whereas decentralization refers to the evenly distribution of powers. Evenly, evenly distribution refers to evenly, evenly distribution of power, evenly distribution of evenly, evenly, evenly distribution of authority at all levels of management. And if centralization, if there's a human centralization that we need to really improve, but decentralization, it will lead to loss of control of problem and management over the organization. And generally, large organization, decentralization, small organization, centralization, mm, yeah. So should be proper balance of involvement, subordinate, decentralization and concentration of finance and authority to manage in sorry, that is a centralization that is this is you know रावण से नहाला थोड़ा जल्दी कर ले scale of change. According to this concept, organizations should have a authority, chain of authority and communication that run from the top to the bottom and should be followed by the managers and the subordinate authority. Acha, the line of authority from highest to lowest down is hierarchy. It states it shows the superior and subordinate relationship, and authority that superiors have in relation to subordinates at various levels. Scale of sharing is important to ensure unity of command. स्केलर चेन की चीज है और यूनिटी ऑफ कमांड रहे और कम्युनिकेशन अच्छे से बढ़िया सबको बताओ according to her, this chain violated in case of urgency. Uh, what's for unity of command? Football match. There should be unity of match. Lack, lack of unity of character and presence. देखो तो ध्यान से ये subordinate में कौन सा था unity of command में speed बस मतलब ऐसे इसका ऐसे ऐसे back okay that's point and there should be already responsibilities लिए मेरे आपसे बात start करूँ एक सेकंड और आ, और इसमें A B C D E F G H I yang yang ठीक है तो कुछ drawings that we should know now in case of emergency favor permitted a favor short a shortcut which is known as shortcut and known as gang plan. Gang plan allows direct communication between two employees of the same level without following scalar trail. They can directly communicate with each other after in um, reporting to their superiors. हाँ क्या एक सेकंड So, okay. So, that's why I'm gonna be. According to this principle, organization should have a chain of authority and communication that runs from the top to the bottom and should be followed by the managers and the subordinates of the organization. The line of authority is from the highest to lowest rank, which is known as scalar chain. It shows the superior subordinate relationship and the authority that superiors have in relation to their subordinates at all levels of scale chain. हाँ चला ली chain ensures unity of command and effective communication in the organization. However, in case of urgency, Fayol showed us a shortcut which is known as Gangplank. Gangplank allows direct communication between two employees of the same level without following the scalar chain. So, for this, they also have to report to their superiors about the same. And this shorter route allows the communication to not be delayed. And listen, according to this question, according to concept exploration, how many people in the whole scalar trade? Yes, scalar trade. According to this principle, according to this principle, according to this principle, the organization should have a chain chain of authority, chain of authority that runs from top to the bottom and should be followed by the managers and the subordinates, okay, of the organization. So, uh, the formal line of authority from highest to lowest rank is called a scalar chain. Scalar 12 chain helps ensures unity of command and effective communication in the organization. It also shows the superior subordinate relationship and the authority that the superior has in relation to subordinate in the organization. However, in the case of urgencies, Seoul showed us a shortcut to we allowed a shortcut, allowed a shortcut in which there can be a direct communication, direct communication with direct communication, direct communication between two employees of the direct communication of two employees of the same level after informing their superiors about it. The same. Mm, okay. And this allows the work to not be needed. Ah, एक सेकंड।